back again. It's your favorite girl, M&E. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to check out my content. And if you're a new subscriber, please try and follow us. You all should please turn on your notification bell to always know anytime we post anything on this page. Thank you guys. Video I'll be sharing with you guys the things I wish I knew before studying law in the university. In fact, there are crystal clear things that's probably everyone forgot to tell the new wigs or the young and aspirant lawyers about the legal profession. Enough experience for me to speak about what I want to speak about, but the truth of the matter is that once you enter, you will begin to see and you realize and you understand and you will know that what I'm about to tell you is the real truth and nothing but the truth. So let's get into the video. I just want to state that this video is not intended to discourage anybody from taking up this profession or discourage anyone from studying law, but basically it's just to open your eye to some of the things you will be meeting or some of the challenges you'll be facing in this profession. Trust me, I know a whole lot of lawyers, I know a whole lot of senior advocates, I know a whole lot of senior lawyers that have made it in this field. They can afford all kinds of luxurious lifestyle, they can afford to take care of their family and provide anything their family members need, afford to travel to any country of their choice, live very big and luxurious lifestyles, and it's all through this legal profession. In fact, some of them don't even have any other side business apart from law. The first thing you have to know is that studying law in Nigeria is not for the faint-hearted. Yes, mind you, you have 5 years to spend in the university, and after you've spent 5 years in the university, you will have to attend compulsory law school, and after you are done attending compulsory law school, you will do your NYSC before you can even become like a properly certified lawyer. Okay, let's just say once you've been called to the Nigerian bar and your name has been enrolled, you are now a lawyer. But basically, you know, most law firms, that's just like that 1 year NYSC is just like your privileged year, because I know a whole lot of people do not have the opportunity of undergoing for internship while in the university. This is our profession. Trust me, for you to excel, for you to do well, you must have a super enduring spirit. So if you know you don't have the ability to endure, if you know you get so bored when listening to another person talk, if you know you can't pay attention while another person is talking, then this is definitely not the course for you. Let me tell you the truth, because you will come and mess yourself up, and by the time you calculate all the years you've spent in the legal field, you will feel so discouraged to like start afresh, because you know you moving over to another field at that particular point in time might be a hard decision for you, because you feel you've invested so much in the legal profession. But mind you, in the legal profession, it's not about how long you have stayed. Yes, so again, that brings us to like talking about some of the advantages. Or the advantages, are there really that much? Okay, let me just say this. Yes, as a lawyer, you know, you tend, let's just say, because of the respect and prestige attached to the profession, which in present day reality, they're even beginning to drag it to the mud, because you know we have a whole lot of lawyers. Like every year, more than 10,000 people are being called to the Nigerian bar. So to an extent, there is nothing too prestigious about the profession again, except for individual packaging, individual presentation, and all. Yeah, that's the truth. I know nobody have told you this. In the legal profession, it's all about packaging. Don't be deceived by all this packaging you see. Yeah, because you know you have to package well for you to get a good client. You have to package well. There's this adage that normally say people address you the way you are being dressed. So that is it for the legal profession. If you dress in a very tattered way, the clients that will come to you won't be willing to pay. They won't be willing to, you know, bring out money. They will feel like, okay, any amount I give this person, the person needs it. After all, the person don't have any money. But when you present yourself in a very touch way, they will say, okay, oh, let me not even try myself by pricing below minimum, because this person obviously doesn't look like someone that is begging. So that's the ideology behind it. Yes, respect and prestige is there. Then you talk about things you will learn in the process. To be very honest with you, when they say that, I know they say God forbid the lawyer should know all the law, but when they say that lawyers are learned, believe me, it's true. Because as a lawyer, you will meet different scenarios, different situations, different cases that will make you to research. Like, you will meet medical issues. Is it when medical issues come, you will tell them you are not a medical student. You will research on them, you will know them. You will see yourself studying the components of a particular drug, how it works, how it reacts, the chain of breakdown. So eventually we are learned. Yes, lawyers are learned. We are super learned. So if you love to know more, have little much knowledge about basically all aspects of life, then this is definitely a profession for you. But you must not go to court. It's not the everyday litigation. Even as a corporate law lawyer, it's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy having to sit down on a particular spot, calculating your head, like your head will just be banging like this, trying to create solutions, like the whole transactions. Corporate law lawyers, do you know the kind of transactions they handle? And you will come and tell me that as an art student, you studied law, you studied arts because you don't like mathematics, and you want to be a commercial law lawyer, or you want to be a corporate lawyer. I mean, how is that possible? So you find out that those things you are running away from, they'll eventually get to face you. So basically, if you can't endure, you can't sit down and think, you can't think of creating solutions and all, then definitely this is not the course for you. I won't advise you to come anywhere close to this profession. Yes, that's the simple truth. And I need to state this as a young lawyer in Nigeria. Most young lawyers, let's say 85% of young lawyers, most young lawyers in Nigeria, their startup salary is nothing to write home about. Even if we want to consider all these top tier law firms like the likes of Aluko, Templars, Banwo, that pay really very well, my dear, those law firms, even if you are going to work there, be ready to work out your ass. It's not they won't pay you 300K, 250K for you to just come and sit down in the office and work 5 hours, 4 hours. Man, who on you? Be ready to work 6 to 8, 6 to 9. There might even be days you yourself will feel like sleeping over at the office because of work stress. I've been there and I know what I'm saying. Like, I've seen it. I might say that I didn't really get the opportunity of doing a full-time work in all these top tier law firms, but yes, I know I once interned after my university with one of these top tier law firms, and Thursdays and Fridays I'm usually like, I'm almost crying because we don't get to leave the office like around 8 p.m. as an intern, and I was already telling myself, is this what you want to do? Is this really what you want to do? And those other law firms, I pity you more when you are not working like in one of these big cities as a lawyer, let's say Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos. You are now working in all these other smaller states. Hey, my sister, my brother, let me tell you the truth. You will be basically be feeding from hand to mouth. Just get ready. Do you understand? So that's why sometimes I feel like the way the profession is now, it's meant for only the rich, because they won't consider the fact that you've spent so much, the whole amount you paid while you were in university, you've gone to law school will tell you, do not cook, you have to buy food for every single day, the whole cost of externship in courts and all, and after everything, you will come out, my dear. Make sure you utilize your NYSCA very well. I have to hammer this as a new wig, as an aspiring lawyer. Make sure you utilize your NYSCA well, because let me tell you the simple truth. The truth here is that it is that NYSCA that most people will get places that we have to retain them, good places that we retain them after the year of service. And to some others, because if you do not get to be retained, it's usually very hard for you to get into those top tier law firms after NYSC, and that is because most times they get to retain most or some of their NYSC members, and probably for people of that particular year of call with you, they might not have need for them at that particular point in time. And truth be told, even if after NYSC they're saying every other interested person should apply back, and probably the people that did their NYSC there are applying, and you that is an outsider is applying, and that what Mr. Obi, they know Mr. Obi is very hardworking and dedicated. Omo, if you are the employer, you won't think two times. You will just have to take Mr. Obi, because Mr. Obi is the person you know. Mr. Obi is the person you've seen how hardworking the person is. You that just submitted your CV, you just promised to be hardworking. They don't even know whether you will go, because sometimes people write the opposite of what they are in their CV, that they can't even defend it. So that's the realistic part of it. Make sure you utilize your NYSCA. Make sure you use that your NYSCA to find yourself good and decent place of service. Yes, I'll share this story with you. I know some friends during their NYSCA, as far as the place NYSC posted them to, they were rejected. They now went in search of other places for NYSC placement. I think one of my friends just chose this particular law firm and just told NYSC people, post me there. And eventually, when she was posted there, she went there. They were doing like they will reject her, they will take her. Eventually, she started, and up to today, she's still working there. And no more, the girl is, in fact, she's enjoying her money. That was not where she was posted to initially, but this thing, in fact, most of the people I know that are really in good places, like working and earning their money, most of them got that during their NYSCA. So if you allow that your NYSCA and think you will use your NYSCA to flex and enjoy to party, after NYSC, your eye will open. I know people that after NYSC, they will have to spend 1 year, 2 years, 1 year plus, that have not gotten any other decent job to do. So the earlier you utilize your NYSCA, the better for you. Next thing you have to know, that if you want to be a litigation lawyer, make sure like you have top-notch skills, because you will see other lawyers in court trying to intimidate you. That's one of the skills you have to have. If someone is intimidating you, someone is saying you are talking rubbish, after the whole talking, the person is not talking, you stand up and continue talking your rubbish in a very bold way. You will not have to let what the persons have said weigh you down, because once it starts showing your countenance starts to show that, oh, I lack courage, maybe I don't know what I'm saying. The judges are humans, no matter how you want to take it. And the truth of the matter is that not all judges will stress themselves going into that in-depth research and all. They'll believe, oh, since this person seems to be making more points, and probably they will not get to understand what the person is saying more, and what you've been trying to explain for the past 3 hours, the judges did not understand. So they will write their own judgments and make their own decision. You will have no other reason than to leave the court in a very sad way. So just get prepared and get ready to sit in court from morning till 4 p.m. Get ready to receive long adjournments. Get ready to, receive insults from the judges. I doubt whether there is any lawyer that you will say you are a litigation lawyer. Some people go to the extent of crying in court. Yes, you will cry, but after crying, you wipe your tears and you move on. It's normal, because judges will insult you. Judges will talk to you anyhow, especially when you make mistake or when you try to mislead them, even when they know it was done innocently. And some people will keep on reminding you of when you will call to the Nigerian bar. Just know that in this profession, seniority matters a lot. There is seniority in the bar, there is seniority in the court, there is seniority everywhere. Everything that has to do with legal profession has to do with seniority. Yes, because there might be days you will go to court and the court is filled up and someone is entering and the person is coming to meet you. Sorry, what's a year of call? Can you stand up? Yes, stuff like that. So just get ready. If you're a person that you easily get annoyed, you love your respect too much, it's not in this profession, especially as a young wig. You have to grow. I don't know how you want to do it, but just make sure you get to know this. And then as a young lawyer, have anybody told you that you'll be very broke? I'm telling you, let's say 90% of young lawyers are broke. 90% of young lawyers will be humiliated. 90% of young lawyers will be treated anyhow in their place of work. Yes, I know stories of friends, colleagues that work in different offices. Probably not my office, but their offices, like people very close to me, what they pass through in office. You as a lawyer, some law firms, they will not have cleaners, they will have duty rosters of the young lawyers. How you guys will be cleaning the office? Yes, and you will do it because you need that pay. And if you resign, you don't even know when and how you will get another job. Except your chi is with you, you have long legs, and you know people, or eventually you decide to leave the legal profession for us and decide to go into any of this civil service job, business, any other office, because probably you have people there. But if not, get ready. You might experience some of these things. In fact, 80% of the young wigs will experience some of these things. You will be a cleaner. You will be an errand girl or boy for your boss. You will receive plenty sexual assaults. Yes, from your senior colleagues and from your boss. So get ready. You will pass through them. It's nothing to run away from. It's nothing that you will say. In fact, that is because we are many. So 80%, and we have just like 5% of law firms that are doing very well and are good and won't treat you like that. But I know it's more than 80% of young lawyers will definitely be broke. And that is because your salaries will be like peanuts. Some, up to 50%, their salary will not be enough to even buy their necessaries. I'm sure you know what necessary means as a lawyer. It's not be enough to take care of your basic needs, things you need. Yes, we are up to 3 years post-school, and I know of facts of friends that earn below almost the minimum wage. I know people that earn 30K monthly as a lawyer, 3 years post-school. I know people that earn 40, I know people that earn 50, and what besides you if you are now working in all these undeveloped states, or let's say all these low income earning states, like, you know, I don't want to start mentioning states, at least people that work in Port Harcourt, Abuja, Lagos, those ones that are seeing small things at least. But those ones that are in all those other kind of states, I pity you, because I don't know how you want to survive as a young lawyer there. That's the simple truth. That is why when you go on Instagram or you go online, check it out. 50% of online vendors, 50% of, more than 50% of vendors you will find online are lawyers. And that's because they're looking for survival means. They're looking for ways to survive. They're trying to survive. Because if you depend only on your salary, you will die. You will look so shabby. Now, let me tell you something. When you see a lawyer that is flashy, a young lawyer that dresses flashy, can afford to buy a car, stay in good house and all, check it. Is either family, boyfriend, sugar daddy, sugar zaddy, let's say 20% of them, just 20 or less, acquired it by their own personal efforts. And it's not law firm, I repeat, it's not law firm, it is side hustle, personal businesses, personal briefs. It can never have anything to do with their law firm. I can assure you that. That's the simple truth. So just get ready financially, make up your mind that yes, you are going to do this. Know that you won't expect miracle to happen in your first year of call. The miracle is not happening in your second year of call, except let's say there are like 2% of lawyers that eventually get lucky within their first to 3 years of call, and that's because maybe they'll just be on their own. And even for you to be this lucky, that means perhaps you already have a very good networking system, either through family ties or something of that nature that will bring you such brief, personal brief. Do you understand? That maybe a very big man that probably wants to acquire an estate, sell an estate. It's even real property lawyers that see small money now. That's why it seems like all the young lawyers are running into real estate. They are trying to survive, so you don't blame them. So as a new week, get ready, because this is definitely something you must experience. You can't even run away from it. And then, let me state this. If you are coming to be a lawyer in Abuja, get ready, because it's like law firms in Abuja in one particular WhatsApp group. They have a particular amount that they pay to their workers. Like, this level, this is the amount you people pay. The next level, this is the amount you will be paying to your workers. Yes, some lawyers collect salaries as sales girls and not even lawyers. Some receptionists earn more than lawyers. Some sales girls earn more than lawyers. And that is because I've seen law firms that pay 30, 40, 50, 60. And any law firm, let me just use Abuja as a case study because I'm based here in Abuja. Any law firm that you see that pay their lawyers, their 1 to 3 years lawyers up to 100K, they'll be funding themselves. And even the young wigs, all the lawyers, they'll be throwing cap for the law firm. They'll be counting the law firm among top tier law firms in Abuja because they pay up to 100K. Yes, that's the truth. So when you see a law firm that pays up to 100, grab it and hold it tight, because such law firms are hard to come by, especially in Abuja. But I know in Lagos, yes, let's say because of the cost of living, the way Lagos is structured and all. So most law firms in Abuja, in Lagos, you will be getting, law firms that will pay you up to 100, 150, 200, 100, 150, 200, 150, 200, and you'll still get the ones that will offer to pay 30. But let's say in the majority, because the competition there is higher and all, you'll get 100, 150, 200. And you know that's also how you have to hustle there in Lagos, because you know Lagos life is not easy and Lagos is not for everyone. Yes, I tried Lagos. I got a job offer in Lagos. I went to Lagos, but I couldn't spend 1 month in Lagos. I had to run back to my Abuja because I was almost acting like a mad person. I was asking myself, am I mad or what? I would like to share that experience, my Lagos experience, but I'm sure definitely not in this video. Maybe some other time I will try and share that experience with you guys. So for now, just know that as a lawyer in Nigeria, you need endurance. You need to save up, or you have to just make up your mind as to finances, because it's not something that you just come or enter into the profession and start making money anyhow. Thirdly, you have to be outspoken. You have to learn how to talk to people. You have to learn how to swallow your ego if need be, and then don't forget the God factor, because I know I've heard a lot of these stories, and believe me, I believe it's true because I've seen some things go wrong in courts. Try to be as spiritually backed up as possible. It is very necessary in this profession. And then again, I know I've heard a lot of fallacies that when a lawyer dies, they do like this, they do like that. Please, all those stories, disregard them. Forget about them. They are not true. I know someone might want to say, probably because of the way lawyers live, but let me tell you the truth. The simple truth is that present day generation, there are priests, there are lawyers. In fact, there are militants that are lawyers. So it's not about the profession, it's about the individuals. And on a daily basis, they're also striking out names of lawyers from the row, lawyers who have been found to be dubious, same with judges and all. So don't allow anybody discourage you into studying law. Or if you must study law, make sure you are coming here because it is your passion. If you don't have passion for law, you can't stay in law because it will frustrate you. I repeat, if you do not have passion for this profession, do not try yourself by coming into this profession because it will frustrate you. Studying law is not for the faint-hearted. I repeat, studying law is not for the faint-hearted. All right, guys, this is where we'll stop for today, but I promise to be back shortly, and yeah, I'll share more videos with you people.